That's it? Oh, son of a... It's no secret that I'm a fan of Resident Evil. The game virtually created and defined the survival horror genre of gaming. With excellent storylines, in-depth characters, genuine nerve-wracking scenarios, and enough undead and anatomy-altered enemies to blow to smithereens. Now, with Resident Evil 6 waiting in the wings for its November release, Capcom has given us a little something to tide us over until that time. And when I mean little, I mean little. Here's Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City.
The latest installment of the series takes us back to Raccoon City, the source of the viral outbreak that turned everyone into the undead. You play as an Umbrella security service known as the Wolfpack. This team is sent in to obtain the newly developed G-Virus made by William Birkin. Those of you that are familiar with the series knows that this mission doesn't go very well, and what becomes a simple snatch and grab becomes a risk of life and limb to erase Umbrella's involvement from the incident. Throughout the game, you will run through familiar areas from the series you know and love, including the Raccoon City Police Station, the Bell Tower, and even the secret Umbrella Lab where you spend the final moments of Resident Evil 2. You will encounter some familiar faces along the way as Hunk, Nikolai, Ada Wong, and Leon Kennedy, and of course Claire Redfield. You have 6 members to choose from, each with their own perks and special abilities that suit their specific soldiers. While little perks like digital camouflage and adhesive grenades are a lot of fun, you'll find them quite useless compared to the others, such as being able to control bioweapons to fight for you, or being able to cure your team or yourself from being infected from the massive mob of zombies you seem to encounter in every room. Controls are what you would expect from your standard third-person shooter, so anyone who's played a game like Gears of War in the last 5 years will be right at home with the control scheme. A new addition to the combat is the ability to fight off the undead hand-to-hand. But while mashing away at the melee button may get you out of a pinch every once, benefit to this combat technique is the brutal kill, a move where you get a flashy animation that will result in an instant kill of your opponent. But if you're smart, you'll just keep your distance and fire away with the plethora of guns at your disposal.
Graphics are what you would expect from games these days. The only thing I can really say is that the game is very dark. You might want to think about adjusting the gamma option in your menu before progressing any further. So far, I really dig this game, but with every game that comes out there's always something to touch on that's negative. The single player is fun, but I literally got done with it in 3 hours. The campaign's a cakewalk, especially if you're playing with a team like the game is designed for. However, the fun doesn't end there. Now it's time to talk about multiplayer.
The most fun and frustration I've had with this game has been the multiplayer. It works very similar to Battlefield 3's multiplayer where you can go in alone or create a squad and fight as a team of 4. You have your standard fare like team deathmatch and capture the flag, but instead of a flag you fight for the control of a virus sample and try and get it back to your waypoint. Then you have other modes like survival where it starts out like team deathmatch until a chopper arrives to extract you and then it becomes every man for themselves. The other mode that you're seeing right now is Hero Mode, where you play as a team of main characters from the series and fight to kill the other team's heroes. But my favorite so far has been Nemesis Mode. While it's included with the main game, you can get this mode from Xbox Live for less than 400 Microsoft points. It's like King of the Hill, but with an added twist. You fight for control of a key point, but somewhere around that point is a terminal that programs the Big Daddy Nemesis himself to seek out and kill the other team. All of these modes are a lot of fun to play. That is, if you can get into a game that doesn't constantly lag, or the netcode doesn't boot you back to the main menu all the time. But these are problems that can be fixed with patches that will hopefully come into play soon.
Overall, this is a great game to play with a group of friends. But with the current online issues and its extremely short campaign, I can't justify a $60 price tag for this. However, the single player has one really cool concept that I had never really seen before in a game like this. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it was extremely unique, and it's something I hope to see in later games like this. Now, it's not certain whether or not this is part of the continuity of the already established storyline, but whether it is or not, if you're a Resident Evil fan, this is a must-buy for you. But I would wait for the price tag to go down a little bit before buying it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.
Hey guys, just before I wrap up this video, I forgot to mention about my live stream that goes on every night at around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv. This is where you'll see me recording footage for future videos or just playing games while interacting with the audience. Right now we do everything from series runs to fighting game practices, online fighting, and even certain days where I take requests from the audience to see just what kind of gems they can dig up for me to play. So if you ever want to check it out, it's twitch.tv/jcoonunleashed. Be sure to come check us out, alright? Later.